Hello everyone, this is Anukriti Govind Sharma. I'm a teacher. So, for most of human history, when we were either hunters, gatherers, or early farmers, we had a lot of time where we would just look at things and not be overstimulated, like a bubbling brook. But now, we are constantly stimulated by social media, by things we have to do at school, things we have to do at work, our cell phones, getting different text messages, and before we know it, in modern society, our brains, our thoughts are taking control of us, and we actually don't have as much peace and stillness as we would like. And so, one thing that I have found in my life is that if every day I just take out some time to just let my mind be still, you start to observe your thoughts, that it can be incredibly powerful. It's going to improve your mood, it's just going to make you overall more happy and a more functional person. So let's start to engage in meditations together every day, shall we? Welcome and thanks for joining me on this voyage of the mind. So before we begin, posture and breathing make a big difference in meditation. So, if you are not already on a nice firm chair with your back straight, pause this recording and go find a nice firm chair with your back straight, ideally in a place that's kind of quiet and peaceful. So, now that you are there, sit with your back straight. Try to put your feet firmly on the floor. When I do this, I like to rest my hands on my lap, palms up, gently curled, so really no effort. And now start to slowly breathe a bit deeper than you were just now and a bit slower. In and out at your own time, but just a little deeper, a little bit slower. If you like, a lot of folks like to breathe in through the nose and out through their mouth, but the key once again, a little bit deeper, a little bit slower. And as you do so, start to soften your gaze if your eyes are still open. And when you feel comfortable, just gently close your eyes. Now, before we get into the heart of the meditation, I'm going to give you a few reminders. This whole exercise is about exploring your inner being. It's about curiosity. It's about relaxation. There's no perfect way to meditate. Sometimes folks think that they are not doing it right, or that their mind is wandering too much, and then that causes stress. And that's the exact opposite of what you want meditation to be. It should be fun. It could be funny at moments. It should be curious. You should be enjoying it. If there are some random distractions, as there inevitably will be, there will be sounds around you, there will be parts of your body that might be itching or tingling. Don't let it stress you out. Just accept it. It's just part of the universe. It's just the universe doing its thing. And no worries if you need to scratch or adjust a part of your body. No reason to stress. Now, to add to the idea that this shouldn't be a stressful experience, I'm going to ask you to do something that may or may not feel completely natural. I want you to smile right now. Give yourself a big smile with your eyes closed. Just smile. Obviously, we smile when we're happy, but sometimes making a smile can actually make us a little bit happier. It can make us a little bit less stressed. So even if you have to force it, just smile. And as much as possible, as we go through this meditation, as long as you don't have to force it too much, try to keep a gentle smile on your face the whole time. Alright, now let's get into it. So, one thing to keep in mind is that as we start trying to still our minds, is to just appreciate that you're alive. You are in this vast mystery that we call life. And that you are taking pause to appreciate who you really are and the beauty of this mystery, this existence, this universe that we share. So as you breathe deeper and slower, your eyes are closed. Try to become aware of your thoughts. What are you thinking about? Are they random thoughts? Something you saw on TV? Is it something going on at school? Are you thinking about some test that you might have coming up, or someone at your school that you tend to think about a lot? Just observe your thoughts. Don't try to fight them. Just observe them. And as you observe your thoughts, start to appreciate that you are not your thoughts. You are something different than your thoughts. They're all in there in your head with you, but clearly you can observe them. You can see them go by. Sometimes we can get lost in them, but I think you're seeing right now that you are not your thoughts. You can actually observe your thoughts. One metaphor that folks sometimes use is that your thoughts are cars on the road or on the highway, and oftentimes we are in the middle of the highway with cars bombarding us. They are hitting us and we have to dodge them in some way. They are overwhelming us, and one thing to do is to observe them. Just get off the highway. You don't have to fight those thoughts. Those cars will keep on going by, and now that you're on the median, you're no longer on the highway, you can actually see them go by. And what you'll often find is that when you're observing your thoughts, they start to kind of slow down. And so if your thoughts start to slow down, great. Really embrace that. Start to feel what it really feels like. And then there are going to be moments when you will have no thoughts. For the next few breaths, just try that. Try to have no thoughts. Just breathe in, breathe out. No thoughts. Just stillness. Just your consciousness here in this universe. No time, no space. It's all in your mind. No thoughts, just stillness. Now, as you try to keep that state, your mind will inevitably wander. You're going to start thinking about an assignment that you have to do soon. You're going to think about something that you have to do this weekend, or someone that you think a lot about. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up if your mind wanders. Just remind yourself, just gently nudge it back. Try to bring it back to stillness. That, hey, look, all right, fine, I got a little distracted. That's fine. But I'm just going to get my mind back to the stillness. I'm going to try to slow down those cars on the highway. So gently breathe in and just breathe out. And I'm going to give you a few minutes to just still sit there. Just breathing in and breathing out. Just trying to stay still with your thoughts. Just try to nudge back your mind to your breath whenever your mind wanders. And don't worry, because I will be back in a short while for sure. In just a few minutes, I'm going to be back with all of you. Until then, I'm going to leave you here alone with your silence. Just try to slow down your thoughts. Try to still your mind. Try to have no thoughts. Now that you have had a little bit of time on your own, I'm going to give you some ideas that might just help you appreciate who you really are. A lot of times we get caught up in the day-to-day. We start worrying about test scores or things that we have to do or what people think about us. But remind yourself that you are not that. You are not defined by your test scores. You are not defined by your grades. And you are not defined by what people think about you. You are a pure consciousness. You are an energy. You associate yourself with your body, your thoughts, but they are just a part of you. They are not you. You are something deeper, and you are something far larger. Think about how vast this universe is. Not just vast in terms of space, but in terms of time. That puts some of our problems into perspective. 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now, will these problems really be that significant? When you think about where you are on this planet, part of the cosmos, are these issues really that important, that significant? So I'll give you a few more moments to just think about those ideas, to just think about the vastness of this universe and what a privilege it is to be able to participate in it, to see the beauty of it, and how small some of the things that we often define ourselves by really are. And so now, when you get a chance, just gently, with your eyes closed, start to feel and hear the room around you a little bit. Get more in touch with your body. And whenever you're ready, just open your eyes. And take these ideas, take that stillness with you through the rest of your day. And you should thank yourself for taking the time out for doing this today. And I encourage you to make this a practice. Some of you might be skeptical. What would a few minutes of meditation do for me? But I can guarantee you that if you do it day in, day out, if you make a practice of it, do it regularly. Over a few weeks, a few months, you're going to notice some changes in your life. You're going to see yourself be more open to experience. You're going to see more beauty in more things. You're just going to have a positive energy that people are going to want to connect with, that people are going to be drawn to. And you will also see that you're doing better at some of those things that we talked about before, because you are not stressed about them anymore, because you're enjoying them now. You're doing what you can, but you are not attached to the outcome. You do your best. Wherever the chips fall, that's okay. If things don't turn out the way you want them to, that's okay. You just accept where things are. And then you decide what are the other actions that you can take. Assemble your actions piece by piece so that you can get to another outcome. But then again, if the outcome is not awesome, if it is not, then just accept it and move on from there. So I'll leave you in this meditation. Thank you for joining me. And then once again, thank you for taking out the time for yourself. You are awesome.